Okay, someone needs to be banned. I am so angry right now. Someone broke into my spiders and left a huge mess, broke some of my redstone so the system doesn't work. Oh my gosh, I'm really aggravated. I need to show you guys this. So, as you remember, I had a little tunnel up here that was allowing me to use a beacon. Someone broke into that, came all the way down here, and I'm gonna break the cobblestone as I go to show you how much there is. Someone did this. There's somewhere that's water's involved, because it flowed all the way down here, messed up all my carpeting, so now slimes may spawn outside of the designated area. Water came all the way down here and broke this. My farm doesn't even work. Ugh! Someone, oh my gosh. I mean, seriously, what were they doing? Look, they came over here and left all this mess? What the heck was going on? Oh my gosh. Ban someone right now. This is ridiculous. Deep breaths, Bluebeard. Deep breaths. Alright, let's calm down and let's make an exciting and fun video. How's it going, guys? Bluebeard Gamer here. Welcome back to Quarantine SMP. As you saw in that clip, there was some damage done to the spider's den. Someone broke in, apparently, using some water. And it broke my redstone, which means that the spider's den was basically completely shut down, which wasn't great, but I have managed to fix it, and it is operational again, which is fine and dandy. But, yeah, the reason I'm restarting my recording now is because apparently there is something going down in about 10 or 15 minutes that's supposed to be very big.
Before we
Get
begin,
out of my spot.
I wanted to say something first. Wait, no, I don't want to say something first. I wanted to let you know that HuJoe, right?
Hello.
Need a word. What the heck? What the heck?
Go. Wait, people, get off the castle. Get off the castle or assassination on spot. Off the castle. Only baby zombie should be on it.
Go on.
Alright. Please. Please just sit in your seat, please. So unorganized by you guys. Alright. Alright, let me just
Okay,
Alright.
fine.
Yeah,
My chicken is gone.
you better.
Give me my chicken.
I don't
As
have
you
any
know,
chicken.
I will not be king anymore.
Why was I king?
Oh my god.
I don't know, but I will not be king anymore. Of course, assassination will stop me. This whole speech, of course. Because, why not?
How am I supposed to get off this tower? What the heck?
Can you shut the fuck up for a moment? I'm trying to make a speech. Alright. Anyways. I wanted to say,
It's so sad.
Gabe,
Shut up.
the moment I recruited you, it was funny. We did a lot of things together.
Yeah.
I even named your pet Junior. I don't know why that's so funny for me. But anyways, Rex and Loftius. I know we haven't had the chance to meet. And we haven't got to know each other, but I did my best to support you guys.
My game froze.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
Okay, carry on.
We have so many memory in this place. In this nation, of course. But it will be no more brains to fend. It's just gonna be a regular spawn. I just wish that if they come out of their feeling about the trophy right now, it'll be great, so I can just take it and leave, but
Alright, so to sum up what happened next, because it was kind of chaos, because people can't seem to control themselves, Zombie finished up his speech, there was some sort of treaty over in the sub-church that I wasn't really paying much attention to, and then HuJoe decided to blow up part of the castle, because why not, I guess. Alright, so I guess we don't have a king anymore, that's something. Yeah, if I sound tired, the reason for that is because I've been working on a big project the past few days. I specifically skipped a week on Quarantine SMP actually uploading a video because there was a lot I needed to do. And you can probably tell by this map, obviously things in the spawn have changed quite a bit. I'm going to be honest, all these random squares everywhere doesn't look great because they haven't been finished. But it's coming along. And I can't hold anyone at fault for stuff that's work in progress, of course. We're still, what is it, maybe a month or two into the Quarantine SMP, so Spawn's still developing, of course, and as you can see, there is a giant patch of nothing. That was me. Yeah, that was all me. So, I've mentioned I wanted to make blues, and I have begun clearing the space for it, and I got a little carried away when I was designing it, and... This is the space we need for it. This will be the largest building, I'm pretty sure, on the entire server. Oh my gosh, I would show you my creative test world where I designed this thing, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm a huge fan of it. I haven't even designed the interior yet. I just did the work on the exterior. But this thing is big. I want to say it's something like 54 blocks wide, maybe 75 blocks long or something. It's insane. As you guys may remember, I don't think I ever specifically showed this, but all of this that is cut, all this rectangle, everything over here, as you can probably tell from the surroundings here, it was all hill of varying heights, and yeah, it's all gone now. I guess I forgot to finish the step over there. As you can probably tell, it looks really bad. But obviously, I'm not going to leave the sides looking like this because... you know, that would be really bad. But something else I'd love to do eventually is I'd love to excavate all of this stuff eventually out this direction. Because a vision I'm having for this area of the spawn, it'd be really cool to have some kind of like a strip mall. Where there's stores of this size just stretched all along here. Now, granted, that would require people to actually build stores of that size. Which no one else has done yet, clearly. But, it's possible. It could even be for aesthetics, but that would be very expensive aesthetics. And the reason I haven't fixed this hill yet is because of this. This is apparently a holy tree. Doesn't look very holy to me. It's up on a hill, so I guess maybe that's why. But I don't know what the zoning rules are for this, so I've put a message out in the Discord to see if I can get this thing relocated. Because I do not want to leave spawn looking like this. I don't want it to look like this. Even if the tree just gets moved down... you know, 20 blocks or so, or whatever that is, down to that spot, I wouldn't mind that at all. It'd look a bit weird if there's a parking lot here and a giant tree next to it, but I wouldn't mind that. But we'll have to see what everyone else says. And, as you can imagine, clearing out a hill, replacing the floor with grass, it takes a long time, and gives you a lot of resources. So, I have to carry a lot of this stuff back, but I'll be able to sell a lot of this, so that'll be great. I can have people have the nicest looking countertops you've ever seen with the resources I've just gathered. But what we have to do now is we actually have the spot for the store cleared out. This can all be done with time. I'd love to have a warehouse area back here. Because there's a tiny amount of space back there. You could fit a couple trucks. We could potentially fill in part of the river here. And have a road back there, warehouse area for unloading resources. That'd be fun. Yeah, we need to gather resources for this mess. And, I could have built it out of wood and stone, because those are the cheap things, and I have so much wood, stone, from doing this, but I was kind of an idiot. I decided to make this thing out of quartz and concrete. So, yeah, I'm not building this in an episode, guys. I'm gonna have to gather a lot of resources for this, which basically means if I want to get quartz, I already used a ton of it for some project. I want to say the item silo. I used some of it for the item silo. But I'm going to have to basically take all my gold, just go find a piglin, and see how much quartz that'll get us. And it'll still probably be nowhere near enough. Because I think the building's something like 10 blocks high, and this entire exterior wall is quartz. Not just any quartz, quartz bricks. So, yeah. I wasn't very smart about this, was I? I may not have to make it all quartz. I'll have to look back at my, test world, because there are some areas I could potentially trim back, but it's nowhere near enough to slim down the fact that this is an insane project. So I'm going to pack some of this up. I'm going to go do some piglin trading. Maybe I'll have a time-lapse of that or something. We just tossing stuff out of piglin for a long time. But we'll see. I'll be back, and hopefully some progress will have been made. I have no idea what I'm going to be able to pull off. I haven't recorded really anything for a week because I've been doing all this and designing blues in the first place. So yeah, this is going to be this is giving me Spider's Den flashbacks. I just have to cut here. Alright, so I didn't show the piglin trading because, yeah, it was extremely boring. But in the meantime, I have gathered up some supplies for starting construction on blues. There's no way I'm going to be able to finish it. It's nowhere near enough. But we're going to see how far we can get, so I'm going to go head over there, start a time lapse, and we're going to see the kind of progress we can make, so I'll see you there. I was having a blast building this. Unfortunately, the time-lapse got cut a little early because I ran into a problem. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, call me Saw, because I want to play a game. I want to see if you notice anything wrong with this setup here. Obviously, it's not done, but just take a second. Take a quick look. Does anything look off to you? Anything look off to you? Anything look off to you? Yeah, so I discovered after getting this far that this side of the building is built out one block too far. Luckily, it's not terrible. All that we have to fix is obviously we have to tear the sign down and rebuild the sign, but I figured out that there's 9 blocks between each of these pillars except for the middle where there's 5, that's an exception. But this area back here is 10. Which means that all we have to do is we have to take down this wall here, build it in by 1 block. And that will also allow us to move these pillars in by 1 block, and that should mostly fix it. So I'm not going to be doing the rest of this in time-lapse because it's all broken up now, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just be cutting after I finish fixing it up, and then you guys can see the end result of the resources that I have. In the meantime, I'm just killing monsters, apparently. Stay away. Oh my gosh, I have my sound off. I've had my sound off this whole time, not that it matters, but, yeah, whoops. Alright, so I fixed that. I tore everything down I had to tear down. I rebuilt it. I rebuilt the sign. And then I realized I had another problem that required me to tear down the sign again. Guess what else I did wrong? I built the entire front sign, then I realized these slabs that indicate where the walls are supposed to go, they're supposed to be one set in. So now I get to go around, tear out everything I've built, and put it back in again. How does this happen to me? So much. Alright guys, I fixed up all the problems. I gathered a very small amount of more resources so that I could finish working on a part of this. I actually figured out a better way to conserve concrete is by putting the lights up here, since the lights would be on the roof for something like this. Helps me conserve concrete. I have tons of iron and rods, so this isn't a problem. Plus it helps lights up this area, so I think I did the math. Anything that's this row in comparison... So basically, I can't speak apparently. Pretend we're looking at it this way. Anything at this point or to the left is mob-proofed. Which I think is pretty great, honestly. Somehow, rain goes through carpet, though, apparently. So that's completely different. That's neither here nor there. But let's fly up and take a look at this thing. Obviously, it's nighttime, so it's not going to be really easy to see. But look at that! I think this thing is really turning out. We're gonna need a lot more concrete though, because we haven't even started on the rest of the wall yet here. It's gonna be crazy. We actually would only need a little bit more quartz, because originally when I did my math, I had this wall going all the way up, and we will need to have a wall going up eventually, but we have to decide if we want this to be the interior wall as well, or if we want a little bit of space where you could have a cart. You know how they always have two walls for these types of buildings? They have the outside wall, then you have your little walkway area here where there's some carts, and you enter into the rest of the building. If we decide to do it that way, then we could leave the quartz basically how it is, except for 2 blocks over there, and then the interior wall would be going all the way up to the roof as opposed to the quartz. That could be a way to conserve some costs. I just don't know what I want to do, because it would look different than my testing world, obviously, so I'd have to modify it in there first to get a better idea. But this looks pretty good. I don't want to spend the whole episode on this, though, so I'm going to head over to where the next project is, and I'm going to show you guys what we're doing. By the way, guys, you're about to notice that my video quality dropped a bit. The reason for that is everything after a certain point, my recording software just would no longer record, so I had to test out a couple settings to get it to actually get an output again. So I noticed after the fact that the quality definitely is not the same. I'm going to try to fix that before I record anything more for the next episode. So be warned, it's not going to look great. This is our project now. As you can see, I expanded my tunnel here a little bit. I also did this, getting rid of all the floor and walls around here, so it's not really that safe anymore, but what I want to do for the rest of this episode is I want to make this look a little nicer, because if you look at what other people have, I mean, to be honest, most people don't really have much. The closest thing I can say is Baby Zombie, for example. I mean, look at this. It's not super decorated, but at the very least, it's iced up. Basically, I want my path to look really nice so people can tell it's mine. So, that's what we're doing here. Without further ado, I'm going to get started on this project. So, I'm going to jump into a time-lapse and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so this is a pretty quick time-lapse. This is just me showing me putting down the ice, laying down the soul sand, putting these stairs and the slabs on top to hide it, and just trying to make it look overall a little bit nice, and then putting in the bars to keep the boat in place. Not much really to see here. Next. Alright guys, so the mechanics of this should be done. As you saw me do, there is soul sand under here, so that allows me to run really quickly. It's not as fast, I don't think, as if I was running on it directly, but at the very least, I don't want other people to be messed up if they're trying to go down my road. At the same time, I have some ice in here. I apparently cannot speak today. My bad, guys. And I haven't actually tested this yet to make sure it works. Uh-oh. I don't think it does work. Whoopsies. Alright. We changed these to slabs. Let's see if that fixes the problem. There we go. Oh! Yeah, that's what it was. These have to be slabs instead of stairs. I cannot speak, guys. I don't know what it is. Alright, I think that ought to fix it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at how fast this is. Oh! We have the exact same idea! Oh, that's amazing. Alright, well, let's see if he enjoys it. Oh, and he outpaces me for sure. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Even with Soul Speed 3, this is not as fast as the boat, that's for sure. I mean, you just always have to have a boat on you. Uh-oh. Where's he going? How is he gonna get out of there now? I mean, there is a way back. I don't know what he's doing. Oh well, we can just leave him do it. Alright, now what we have to do is we have to actually build an interior for this thing. And I know exactly how I want to do it. We just have to get some measurements to get an idea of how big this is going to be or how many resources I have to space out between certain points. Alright, got an accurate measurement. This tunnel appears to be about 109 blocks long. I know I just said accurate measurement and then about. I said those in the same sentence, so how accurate really is it? That's a good question. I think we're about to find out, and I may have to go gather some more spruce wood for this, because I don't think I'm going to have enough to cover this tunnel. So, we'll see. I was going to time-lapse it, but I don't think I have the resources, so I'm probably just going to cut to when I have it built. Turns out I wasn't kidding. Alright guys, I'm going to be that YouTuber now. I did a little bit of building off camera. Oh yeah, no, Zentoa got himself killed, so I'm kind of guarding his stuff until he gets back. That guy has a long way to travel, but anyway... This is my tunnel now. I didn't time-lapse it because, yeah, I had to go and gather some spruce wood several times. Excuse me. I'm in the middle of something. He's not even looking at me half the time. That's very rude of you. I would attack you, but frankly, I just can't be bothered, honestly. See, I definitely wanted to play up the medieval theme, so I basically used entirely wood and stone. I don't want to say wooden stone, because... the stone is not wooden by nature. Anyway, bad joke aside, as you can tell from me with my little boots here, I did manage to get the soul sand under there properly, everything's working there. I did fix the boat, but I want to show off the design in here. I tried to put a little bit of detail in it. I didn't want to overcomplicate things, because then it just would look weird. This guy really wants to be on camera, doesn't he? He's so excited about it, too. You know what? No, I'm just going to let you go. You can be my friend in here. It's okay. Although Zentoa will probably come back and kill you. I can't really do much about that. Sorry, pal. But yeah, I just wanted to come up with a basic design, something where I could put a lamp. I always like the idea of having these wooden beams throughout my structures to give it some support. Admittedly, you can probably tell that because I think the first two structures I built on the server, and as well as the spider's den, all had that beam structure to them. So I really like the look of this. Plus, then I'm able to kind of channel the stone up a little bit more. I don't know if that's the right word for it. I'm able to raise the stone up a little bit more and give it a bit more depth. Because otherwise, this would be very square. And it does still feel square, I'll say that much. But I don't feel like it's too bad because of the details I have in there. And now, obviously, I have to get in my boat and test it out. There we go. And, whew, this thing is pretty fast. This thing is pretty fast. Oh! Wait, can you not go through another portal while you're on a boat? Oh. I'll go get that later. Anyway, what else I wanted to show off is this. I did fix up this area. I didn't like the fact that it was all netherrack, so I changed it into basically the similar structure that was out there. I'm not super happy with this design. I may come back and change it later, but I wanted to lay down something for starters, just so that it was safer, because... even while I was doing this, I had torn down the netherrack, and a ghast shot a fireball in here, and if it wasn't for the portal intercepting it, I would have had a lot of this stuff get blown up. Where did you come from? Now, the piglin guy was okay, but you, sir, you need to die. Oh, I didn't think that would work. Oh, there we go, I actually got him. You know, I wasn't expecting to actually hit him, but that's okay. So I can just come in and really mess that up. What you guys saw was me perfectly killing him. You saw nothing else but perfection. Anyway, yeah, I copied this design, or this little, I guess, yeah, you would call it design. I copied this into the middle area here. I usually like throwing in fence posts where I can add a little bit of color variation as well as just a little bit of depth. The reason I left this open and I didn't put a roof is eventually I would love to be able to bust all this bedrock and be able to have a tower going up into the above area. But I know how difficult it is to destroy bedrock, so I don't know when I'll be getting to that, if at all. But I wanted to leave that option available for now. So in the meantime, I'm going to go get my boat. There it is! Oh, and it went back through the portal now. Blech. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be calling it here. I've been working on this episode for basically 2 weeks now. And admittedly, most of that has just been resource gathering. I mean, the fact that I started my holiday special does mean I'm streaming, what would that be? 67% more, I've rounded, of course. But, yeah, that's just taken a little bit. And my finals have now ended, which is great. I am on holiday break, so hopefully I can get this episode out on time. I want to get this edited the day after I am recording this bit because I have another video I'm working on that's going to be a fun little... It's going to be something fun that is not in the theme of what I normally do on this channel, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. If you enjoyed the stuff I was building, I hope you did, because I enjoy the building and I hope you guys enjoy watching it. I don't know how the time lapses have turned out yet. I haven't edited those yet. So the post-production may be a blast to go through. But anyway, guys, you have a wonderful day. Go say hi to someone. Go hold the door open for someone, I don't know. Until next time, guys, this is Bloober Gamer, signing off. God bless America.